continue to kind of subvert our expectations right throughout this album.
Good evening, Mr. Bourne. How are you keeping? I hope you are well out there. Let's see if anyone else comes along tonight. Roundy Moody! Super. It's so good that you are here. It's great to see you in the chat. At last, Roundy. The blue spanner's been missed now, of course. I've been very sporadic, and we'll get into it. Well, you probably know why if you've watched it. You know what life is like with kids and stuff. Patrick Bourne's mother got COVID. Well, I wish you all the best. Patrick, I hope she gets better soon. It's still going around, that dose. All is well. All is well. Just no time. Although, and you know the way every time I mention about no time to do that, but I'm going to sort out something about it too. But I never do. Or it doesn't just transpire to work out that way. But however, the winter is coming, which is good. And that means no more gardening, no more cutting up timber, which I've been doing a lot of. I've been cutting up a lot of firewood for the winter with the chainsaw. I'm just about deaf now at this stage. But yeah, we're getting a bit of time. Seriously considering buying a Series 3 Land Rover, which I'm going to look at next weekend, which should be interesting. Roundy joined the BVWS and he's flat out on the repairs. Good man. You see, I can't compete with the likes of Roundy. That's why I don't bother taking in repairs. People keep asking me to repair stuff, but I can't compete with the likes of Roundy. A club van. A mini club van, yeah. They are expensive. So I got an Austin A30 there a while ago. And what else have I got? Oh, a 99 Colt, which I got for parts for her 98 Colt, which got wrote off years ago in an accident. Someone crashed into her. But it's actually okay. Just it's driving her on. Ben Fishbone and that. But I was going to cut up the 99 Colt, but I put it through the NCT and it pissed through with no fault. So I'm using it as a sort of a second car, which is interesting. Other than that, what else have been doing? I don't know. Loads of mad stuff. They are the super car, alright. Bomb-proof. Any of that Japanese 90s Jap stuff is just bomb-proof. I even went to the effort of changing the oil in it. It looks as rough as hell because it's red, and of course the red is faded. Although it should come up with a bit of teacup, but it's the kind of a car that was crashed a lot. So the door was changed at some stage. Now someone blew a bit of red paint on it and that. And the valance on the front is all bent when you lift the bumper. So someone smashed the front out. And the back is a bit smashed in as well. But someone straightened it out a bit. So whoever was driving it thought it was a go-kart. So it looks rough, but underneath it's 100%. Brakes and all, it's super. So excellent engine. And it goes like stink. So it's a bit of crack. Good man, Roundy. Yes, the thumbs up is most important. So anyone that has a device that can give a thumbs up will be mostly appreciated. Of course, some people are watching on their TVs and that, and they don't have that facility. That's okay. You'll know your way with it this time. Let's see. We've got 9 viewing. I'll hold fire on the interesting stuff so we get a few more people in. Not that much interesting stuff, but a little bit. Yeah. I suppose these days I'm mainly tired and nothing else. It's hard to get motivated to come back into. I have to finish this television, which is sitting there for like 3 or 4 months, but at least it works. Or at least it did work. We should plug it in someday soon. The The telly is a Bush A23. I did a couple of videos on it there a while ago. Going back to July or June. Where's the time go to? This is one that I bought years ago, Roundy, in a sort of a retro antique shop in town, which I went by recently, and it's closed down. It's turned into a tattoo parlor or some fucking thing. Anyway, I walked by this day. I used to do a bit of business with our man that owned the shop. I used to rewire lamps and put bulbs into shit from all this kind of thing years ago. Walking by one day and I noticed this on the floor, so I walked in and he says, just a man, because this is in my way. I'm getting in a load of stuff and you can have it. So €60 was parted with. And I brought it home in the van. I brought it into the shed. The shed was only just done at the stage, so we're talking 6 years ago. And it got put up on its side in the corner beside the door on top of the tables there. And it stayed there for 6 years. No, I'll tell you a lie. Plugged it in for some magic smoke come out of it. Then I says, right, I'm going to put you to one side because I don't have the time to deal with you at the minute. So it sat there in the corner for 6 years. We got it up on the bench. We made a little video on it and powered it up. And magic smoke came out with no sound. But we got a raster. And it didn't take long to realise that the 25 volts, I think, is it 25 volts? Can't remember. I think it's 25 volts that goes to the audio stage. Has a tantalum decoupler. So needless to say, what the problem was. The decoupler was short circuit, and I think it's a 25 volt. No, not the across the line cap. Nah, you're typing, so yeah. Anyway, that was short circuit. So we just snipped that out, and the sound came up. And yeah, she's wants to be all set up in that. It's not bad for one of these AA23s, but to be quite honest, I've never seen a good picture on one of them. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 of them. Yeah, that's right. And none of them are wonderful. But the first one I got is a 20-inch, lovely one. And it's probably the best. Anyway, White Sapphire is here. Hello, White Sapphire. I hope you're keeping well. Yeah, so that's the Bush A23. So we'll finish that up at some stage. You have to be motivated, and you kind of need, when you're going at a TV, I find that, especially if I'm making a video, because I do everything in one take more or less, that I have to have sort of 3 or 4 hours in a block to come in and do what I'm doing and finish it. And that is very hard. So I'll probably make a couple of short little videos on the shit. Because, you know, you can do something for half an hour or that. Which we've got 15 watching now with 10 thumbs ups. Who else have we got here? We've got Richard 100. Good evening, Richard. We have Rob. We've got Rob. We're going to call you. Hello. So let's see who else we've got in the chat. Where is the Dufertron? The mouse is one of these things I keep. I'm going to spray this mouse luminous yellow because I keep losing it. We have in the chat participants. Oh, come on, computer. No, we don't want to open. Oh, do you know what? Okay, right, here we are. Participants in no particular order. Richard 100, Rob, Roundy Mooney, and White Sapphire. No one else there popping up. We know Patrick Buttons there as well. Roundy, look at the likes of Dave Tipton. Might take him a week to do one. Even Shango often makes a video over the course of weeks or months. Yeah, that's right. But that then involves editing, and then that takes up more time. So that's why I try and do it all in one shot if I can. What I need is my young fella to grow up really quick to about 14 or 15 and be really good with computers. He can do my editing. Oh, I see. Robbie Benobi. We're going to still call you Rob, though, because that's long. Welcome aboard, Rob. Yeah, so I think Roundy Mooney should start up a YouTube channel because I know he'd put a lot of effort into it and it'd be very good. Rob is fine. Good man, Rob. But I like it. You're obviously a Star Wars fan. Enjoy it while he's small. They get big and expensive quite quickly. College hair. Oh, there. Yeah. Sounds expensive, alright. No, a friend of mine is going through college age children at the minute. He has two girls going to college, getting expensive for him. I was back in the day, not anymore. You're not into the modern stuff. I can sympathise with that being a Star Trek. Part-time Star Trek fan. Anyways, hello everybody. It feels like a long time since Oz's last stream. Well, it has been since you caught me in a stream, and yeah, time. I got the opportunity to sneak out here for an hour or two tonight, so I took it. Now, of course, what I should be really doing, and you know the answer to this as well before I say it, I should be out here making a video or cleaning the place up because it's just a disgrace. There's a few things that we acquired in the meantime since we stopped having the time to make videos. It's just got flittered all over the floor. There's various televisions and things and record players and stuff out of shot, which are flittered all over the floor. Very happy to get the alert anyway, good man Roundy. I wonder is Roundy up for work in the morning though, most likely. Hard working electro supply bar man that he is. Right. It's hard to know who else is going to pop in, so I'll just get this up. An interesting thing that I got. Got really excited when I first seen it. Then not so much excited when I got closer to it and had a closer inspection. However, still excited. Does that make any sense? No. Anyway, what I got was, I'll tell you I'll show you what I got, and then I'll tell you what I always wanted, and then that'll sort of make sense maybe. Right, what I got, and this is heavy. Is a Sailor RT144 VHF marine band radio. Right, so I didn't really want one of these. However, this is what I got. What I really wanted is they do a HF receiver version of these. Well, it has medium wave, long wave, and short wave up to 4 or 5 megs. Always wanted one of those, but haven't come across one yet. Not at a reasonable price anyway. Sailor stuff commands money, and even these seem to go for sort of 100 quid up. And a really good one with the handset and all the gear to go with it could be 300 or 400 quid. Even today, there's still a usable bit of kit. Now, as Roundy says, not on any trawler I ever saw. They are Danish, very good white sapphire, and they are built like a brick shithouse, but they were quite expensive. So, well-heeled fishermen and so on would have had these. And very wealthy yachtsmen and stuff. And if you Google Roundy Sailor, you'll see all pictures of different ones. Lovely, very ergonomic, well-made bits of kit. I'm gonna say this is quite heavy now. It's heavier than it looks, even trying to hold them up. So there you are, a Sailor. I don't have a use for this, but I'm gonna keep it. It will be interesting if it could be converted to 2 meters. But a quick Google search has not revealed anything. I'm sure it could. Marine Bands FM, and not a million miles up from 2 meters. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not a million miles from the sea, so it'd be interesting to stick up in Ariel and see, do I hear anyone calling on 16. Yeah, a real nice bit of kit. I have powered it up, and we get static in the speaker, which the squelch knob cuts out, and a little bit of noise when we touch something metallic off the input socket. I don't have a signal generator at hand to sweep across it. I did try going with this with a harmonic, but we didn't hear anything. So I don't know. A bit of a stretch to get it to 2 meter, I reckon it could be. We have weak valves if it was on a lot. I think it's solid state. I don't think she has valves in her. She's a solid state, as far as I know. Yeah, no, it is solid state. Yeah, no, it is solid state, and it's yeah, there's all ICs and shit in it. Because I was looking at the circuit diagram. Yeah, yeah, she is solid state, alright. It's some bit of kit. Anyway, I would have preferred the HF receiver. It's got pots of geraniums in then. I don't think it's that old. I don't think it's that old. I know the radios were old. I don't think this is that old. Because it has a load of ICs in it. We should have to consult the diagram again. Anyway, that's the Sailor radio. I would have preferred the radio, not the transceiver, and certainly not the VHF transceiver. However, beggars and choosers. Was that work? Jesus, you're working lifting that, all right. So that's one of the things we got, which we'll get round to someday, if ever, or possibly. It is an interesting piece of kit, Ari. I think the sensible thing to do would be to sell it. Anyway, I probably should sell some stuff. It's starting to get a bit crowded out around the place. However, it could be worse. What else to talk about? CB radios. Who do CB radios come to my head lately? Well, we got a couple. Oh, wait. Before I get into all that crap, something else we're going to make a video on at some stage. This might be a short video to make, although I say that probably not, because anytime you think, right, I've got this radio in the shed and it's doing A, B, or C, it's going to take 10 minutes to sort out. I'll get the camera out and I'll go in, and then it just turns into a load of bollocks. However, this is one I haven't seen before. Right, so you're all familiar with the Vega Russian radios, the 212 and the 215, the Selena Vegas. Here's one. The Astrad name, of course, was used by the importers on the earlier radios, but this is very close to a Vega 212, but it's badged Astra. Or Astrad, sorry, I didn't say Astra. Anyway, here we're going to do. What do you think of this? Nice, isn't it? It's in lovely condition. Not working. Drawing a lot of current on the power supply. Drawing about 400 milliamps. But we get a hum out of the output stage when we touch the input. So I reckon there's a decoupler electrolytic on a snort shaker, which these old Russian ones do. They're very good at doing. But yeah, nice. And an odd one. I haven't seen one of these before. So yeah. And I reckon someone had a problem with it at some stage, because the circuit diagram was tucked up in the battery compartment. And we took the back off. So that's nice to have. Circuit diagram and blah, blah, blah on billable user instruction. Instructions for use of Astrad VEF 17. And of course, imported by Technical Optical London. Who imported all this Russian Soviet stuff as a means of getting foreign currency into the USSR. Come here, camera. Come here. Come here. Does that? It gets confused. No, if I do that, I think it stops. There we go. Shouldn't move. There you go. Okay. And of course, he says in the short description, I wonder did someone have to type all these out by hand and draw in these pictures, illustrations. The Astrad 17 receiver is a portable 8 waveband set designed around 17 transistor, 11 diode circuit. The receiver is intended for reception of broadcasting stations in the following shortwave frequencies: long wave, medium wave, short wave, and ultra short wave. Of course, FM is what I'm referring to, as well as for magnetic recording from a tape recorder. The receiver has sockets for connection of earphone, external antenna, and an external loudspeaker with an 8 ohm coil impedance. Transistors and diodes, and it goes on to list the GT322, MP41, blah blah blah. Frequency wavebands, blah blah blah. Important, but first, now the other thing to note with this is, I've never seen one of these before that didn't have a mains transformer in them, and this one doesn't. Right, battery only. And not only did I get one interesting Russian radio, of course, because it would be more than just to get one, we actually got two, and this is a Vega 212, I believe. It says F6TR19 B206. And this also doesn't have a mains transformer in it or connection for, and it states on the back where the mains input usually will be for battery operation only. And of course, this is the more familiar one. Sadly, we're missing one of the knobs, but other than that, and the battery cover is missing. But other than that, all complete and in nice condition, and does work. The FM isn't great on the earlier ones, and this is no exception. One of the last of those that I have, B215, which I've done videos on here in the past, has an excellent FM stage in it. So it's obviously something they got on top of towards the end of the production run. But most of them were known, the earlier ones were known for having crap FM on them. But excellent AM performance, RF stage, on medium wave as well as short wave and long wave, and really pick out the DX. They are an excellent radio, and for the money that they were selling them for the time, and the sound quality is brilliant. I mean, they're well up there. I don't care what anyone says. These radios are well up there with Hacker or the Big Roberts. Absolutely. Peter Paul is here. Good evening, sir. Nice to have you aboard. Brownlee says, I did a Rigonda Symphonia a while back for a lad. Now I want one. Daughter fell in love with it when she found she could cast her phone to it as well as playing her Taylor Swift records. Wonderful. And tell me, was that the one with the automatic tuning on VHF? From the back, it looked just like a Vega 212 to me. Oh, there you go. Hey, having to do the tuning string, yeah. I had a Selena Vega. It had great sound. I really like those AM performance good because Russia is big, exactly. I've never seen them without mains power input before, yeah. They are as good as any Hacker or Roberts, absolutely. Yeah. Especially that one that I have out in the caravan there. It is super. So I've got quite a few of these now, actually. And of course, there was the other bigger one. I wondered if someone can remember what it was called. It had twin speakers in it. Cody's I know because he's into transistor radios. Good evening, Cody's. Welcome aboard. I have one, but it's in poor cosmetic condition. It's the big brother of the Vega 215. What the hell is it called? I'd really like to get a nice condition one. It has 2 speakers in it, RF stage, of course, and all that kind of stuff. And the sound is even better than this. What is it? Can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. Someone did mention Roberts. We were just saying how Russian stuff is better than Roberts. Cody's will have a stroke. Now, so that's the crack there. What else have we got to show you? That's about it. That's all the excitement over for tonight. I suppose I do have this very nice Micronto multimeter, which I don't think I've featured before, but I have it quite a while. Does this bloody thing? Come here, camera. This camera is like a disobedient dog. I can't remember what the hand signals are for this camera either. Isn't that nice bit of kit? Cody's had a stroke back in 2008. There's an awful lot of about. A very good friend of mine, who we'll call Lee, because that's his name, who was a little bit younger than me, he had a stroke. He's 36. He took a big, massive stroke. About 3 months back. But they didn't know he was having a stroke for a week. And he doesn't really remember any of it. But he did an awful lot of stuff that was out of character for him. In the end, I think he collapsed. And they brought him in, and then they realised they didn't realise straight away either. But they eventually figured out that he had a stroke. And it was really close and all that. But he's okay now. It's amazing what they're able to do. So yeah, strokes are dodgy. I wonder, was Cody's stroke brought on by someone saying that Robert's radios weren't that great? Main transformers were available as an extra when those Vegas were new, but not many people bought them because batteries were cheap. Vega Spidola. I think that's it, alright. Possibly had the twin speakers with all the push buttons along the top. Yeah, I think that's what it is, alright. I think I'm having another one now. Oh, you do hope you're joking. Okay, good night, Rob. Thanks for calling in, and we'll see you again in the next one. Robbie Benobi. What's the backlight dial scale beside you, Odge? Oh, that's my signal generator. It's my Advance P1 signal generator. Quite a nice backlight, isn't it? Oh. Your shop is an ever-decreasing circle. It is. It is. Soon it will be just. Yeah. Yeah. What will it be? I'll be like, yes, I shall be completely enclosed. I was starting to turn into well, I wouldn't say starting to turn into, but it's starting to remind me of our Canadian friend, Mr. Carlton, with all those oscilloscopes that are about to fall on top of him. You will be found under a pile of those someday, I'm sure. But yeah, I could be found under a pile of all this crap one of these days. Now, we're going to have to sort this place out before I get back in here. And in real time. I am trying to put an analog FM module together. Some lad in Ukraine did one based on this pedal. He uses a TEA 5710. Michael Dranfield just woke up, which is good news for us because we can have the bands with Michael. Michael, I haven't seen any of your latest videos due to time constraints, but I'm told that you've made videos on Sharp televisions and JVC video recorders. Video VHS recorders and things never did happen for me, so. But, can't say Sharp TVs ever did a whole lot for me either. Sharpic. I use the FMDW ones at present, but I don't like them. Oh, I know the one you're talking about, Roundy. I think I do. Yeah. I've heard other people complaining about them as well. And then the man who makes them doesn't take complaints very well. Mr. Dranfield, welcome. I am heading your way when this is over. Goblin October, JJ. I was hoping, but I'm gonna say probably not. No, probably not. Unfortunately, unless something changes at the last minute, but not at the minute. I'm gonna have to say no due to other pressures. Seem to be accumulating more stuff than ever. Yeah, that is a problem, alright. I think we're all suffering from that. There was was there ever a Russian tabletop set that had more Russian? I think there was, yeah. I'm definitely going to shows in spring 25. Good man, Rowdy. Good man. No, definitely. Get to a couple of shows. Try and get back to the MVCF this year as well, next year. Yeah, looking forward to it. Funds allowed. And family constraints, of course. Richard, the Rigonda Symphonia, that was a floor standard, unless you took the legs off. Kev B is here. Hey up, Kev. Great to see you in the chat too. Jesus, they're all in tonight. This is great. This is great going. I have to think of things to say now. Oh, things I got at the NVCF, which I haven't talked about yet. Yes, there's two things looking at me here at the minute. I've so much stuff that if I never took on nothing else again, I probably have 25 years of shit to fix in this shed before I do anything else. Which is bringing me to the conclusion I'm not going to get through or to half this stuff. And I've also come to the mind that if I like something, it doesn't necessarily have to work anymore. If I like it, that's grand. We'll just put it somewhere and look at it, and that's nice. I did at one time be very, everything has to work. But I don't feel that way anymore. Like this Sailor VHF radio that I was shown, that doesn't have to work, maybe. It's just nice to look at. The TV is the same TV that's been there for quite a while. It's the Bush A23. Okay, not good, but we'll have to go in tomorrow and see what's been. Everyone's got this COVID again. It's going around. It's going around. It's unreal. We had Patrick Bourne in the chat there earlier on saying that his mother has it at the minute as well. So I don't know what the answer is to all this. Yes, things to look at in the future, far off into the future when I have time. Oh, Poi links camera, and we got one of these, and then right, we seen another one. So then we had two of these cameras, and they're slightly different. One is a transistor links, and one is a field effect transistor links. I was told that they were working, but I was told that one was working and one was not working. But I don't think either work. Just to narrow that down. But yeah, that's a job for another day. Let's put them back in there where they'll be moderately safe. Both, I believe, are set up for 405 line working, which is good. Michael Lee loved the Sharp video. It was our first VHS purchase at discount from Comet because of the scratch on the cabinet. He says. Yeah, it's unreal. It's a nasty dose. It is a nasty dose. Other things to look at. Of the not overly interesting variety. Yeah, I've got too much stuff. Too much stuff. I'll get a big box and I'll post it all to Michael Dranfield. All that crap that can't be fixed. I think I showed these in the last live stream, but I got two of these. It's Pie Westminsters. They're high band. AM, I think. Yes. W15 AMs. Receive 173. Sorry, TX173. Receive 168. And I was going to look up the frequency in the list to see who that belonged to. I have a feeling it might be the law. Michael Dranfield says, yes. No, I promised you a good lady I wouldn't I'd try and get you to cut down on all this stuff. Far too much, Michael. I tell you what, Michael, we'll make a deal, right? When you and I both fix everything we have already, then we can get more crap. How's that sound? Michael is always most accommodating and welcoming to anyone who has shares an interest. And his shop is a must-see. I did see your video, Michael, I should say, on Berkut, which was interesting. The old boy is gone. But yeah, very good. Won't live long enough. Well, man. Who's going to clear that all out when you're gone? Anyway, yes, Pie Westminster. I must run it up someday and bang it into a dummy load and see what it does or doesn't do. Let's get output for the speaker. 12 volt or 24? Doesn't say. So to start with 12 volt would be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? We have the power supply on here. Let's go down to 12. Let's just turn it on for the crack and see what it does. If the smoke comes out, the smoke comes out. They're a bit of a chocolate teapot anyway, to be honest. Is there a fuse in her? There's a fuse on the ground. Shit. That would happen, wouldn't it? Why does that always happen? Portable sharp televisions. God. We had one in the shop for years, and I remember John telling me he couldn't get the IC for it or something. And we went in the bin in the end when we were clearing out. We couldn't keep everything. And I bet our man, Mr. Dranfield, would have had an IC for it. It was a little 14-inch, and it was in a red cabinet. We'll just get another fuse because we'll never find that one. Once it hits the ground, it's gone forever. Never to be seen again. One of them pre-blown fuses. That's not great, is it? Yeah. .5 ampere should do something. No, don't put that there. Put that back because it'll fall over and there'll be fuses everywhere. What happens? Oh, videos. Down the harness here. Good evening, sir. Welcome aboard. We don't have that many viewing tonight, only 15. We have done better on previous occasions. However, a lot of people probably doing more interesting things on a Sunday evening. It's like an Aladdin's cave in there tonight. All sorts of goodies. Richard says, I'm still away from eBay for a week. The more I see, the more I buy. 2 TVs and 1 Bush A23 TV. Although I remember getting a Sharp portable TV with weird fault. Had a good phone conversation with one of the Manchester guys who back then would talk to you, and we decided it was one of the ICs. Ranfield hasn't even opened the boxes. I have a friend that's the same as that. And the current hopped up a little bit, so it must be switched on. It is switched on. Right, we'll go up to 12. And if the little light looks reasonably bright, if the little light does open, light up, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Oh, I had a relay pulling in. 9 volts. I don't see any lights. Turn off the switch. Oh wait, there's no speaker in this. To hook up speaker up. 12 volts. I thought I would have seen a power light even. Because then the bulb could be gone, wouldn't it? Can't go wrong with DAC 10s or 90s. Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't cheap, but I still remember the number. Oh yeah, one fixed it. My cheap portable turned out not so cheap after buying the IC remote control flip flap. Oh there. Oh, avalanche. Yeah, we need to clean up this place again, alright. Every time. Um, 18 was it? Right. Let's see. So I don't know if it's 12 or 24. I'm just saying it's 12. Because it's better to start with 12 and go to 24. Because if you go to 24 when it's 12, it's hard to go back. It can be quite difficult to go. Sometimes you can never go back. A lesson we've learned through painful experience. Nope. Further investigations required. Definitely. Do. Well, back in action. Right, here we are. Now, we have Kevy Webby Wheel here. Kevy, is that a Ragonda on the top right? It sure is. It does not work. It will probably never work. But it's a nice thing to have. Wenlock TVDX is here in the morning time where he is. Sharp used standardized Cs and relabel them with their own IX part number, so no one had a clue what they were. Well, that's a bit dirty. I think it was a jungle type thing. I don't know. Would have been an early 90s set anyway. The only reason he had it for so many years, it broke down fairly new, and it was belonging to a friend of his who won it at a golfing competition. So, anyway. Got a Bush TV62 bake lights out there. So do I, yes, wonderful set. Hi, Odge Nodge. Greetings from Dundee. Been doing some DX lately, as conditions are starting to improve. Picked up Voice of Vietnam on 11885 around 1900 UTC with a good signal. 21 in the room now. We have, yes, of course, Kevy and Jim. Welcome aboard, Kevy. It's great to see you in the chat too. The two Kevs, the two heavy hitters of the electronics world are here now. Two excellent techs. I don't know if they've ever met one another, but I'd say they'd have interesting conversations if they did. That would be a meeting of brains indeed. What's the big set? The big set is a Bush A23, which is sitting there far too long now. We'll need to get back to that and get it out of there. Make space for other crap. And only 15 thumbs up. Well, not everyone has. No, there's more than that. There's 24 thumbs up now, actually. If you go out of your device and back into your device, you will see the latest thumb up score, possibly. You already had no, this is the same one. I just haven't finished it. It needs to be converged and whatnot. There is a fault with it now, but it's that long I can't remember. I think the triplet I put in is brushing against something. And there's a few other little things like that. So I need to finish it up and get it out there. No, the convergence is out quite a bit on it. Doesn't look that bad on camera, but in the flesh, it's not great. And the grayscale and all that kind of stuff. The purity is out of mile actually as well, thinking about it. So yeah, no, it needs the full works. I got a nearly new one at my dad's. He bought it new for my nan. Yeah, a good reliable TV, but in my experience, not the best performer. You put one of these beside a GA Torn 3500, ITT CVC 5/9 or whatever, and they all blow it out of the water. Even a well set up Pi 697 is streets ahead of the color performance on these. I believe, but I've never had one to try, that the single chip decoder is far better than the later twin chip. All the ones I have twin chip decoders in them, and I've kept an eye out for a single chip panel, but I've never come across one yet. So I'd say people who know what they are and have these sets obviously grab them and hold on to them. But I'm sure we get one somewhere along the way. The Toshiba was the best Bush, that's right. Yeah, the T24. I had one of those, but the tube was knackered in it. Still had a better picture than this thing, though, or any of them. They were nice. Good to have Jim Simpson here, our good man from Scotland. I'm going to go for a walk in here and see if I've anything else to show you. Oh, I got a lovely Pioneer tuner, which I was going to use for a bit of FMDX because it has the RDS on it. so I could identify what I'm listening to. Yeah, it's in quite nice condition, and yeah, it's a nice tuner that. So I'll be interested to see what its performance is like. A job for another day as well. Now, other things to look at. Now, it's a pity our friend Ray isn't here. Or for that matter, Underscore, because they're both big into the old CB radio. AudioVox, 23 channels, CB transceiver. Have a bit of that for yourselves. You need that, 23 channels. It's been ages since we had a stream. Me and Jane have had real fun with our cars, all sorted now, but cars are a nightmare. You need to get yourself an old shitbox. The tail of my 99 Colt that I picked up for parts for another one, which went straight through the test. 13 months test on it, and no problem at all. Yeah, so quite like that. 23 channel CD. Only 23 channels in America when TV started, indeed. Sharp stuff, never gave any. Remember, Twamo didn't like the sharp stuff all that much, but I think he had a nasty experience with one, and I put him on for life, which can happen. Here's something that Michael Dranfield might have never seen before, although he probably has. Well, he'd have seen ads for it. I don't see it in the corner there, and I think it'd be an interesting talking point for the moment. Sorry, there was nothing in that. The world's smallest signal generator. It's a contender. The Nombrex Model 29, and there was other models in similar layouts. Isn't that lovely? That bloody camera won't stay still now for the show. Well, I don't know how you make the camera stay still. I can't remember. You do something like this beside your face, and then it reads. I can't remember what it is you do. I don't know. What do you think of that? Isn't that a nice bit of kit? I wonder if I leave the battery in it. I probably did. Oh yes. They had a dial illumination because I kept leaving the battery on. Isn't that nice? I often try to find out, did anyone ever actually use one of these seriously? I can't think so. But it does work. Obviously the attenuation isn't great, but it's got quite a range on FM. Yeah, an interesting bit of kit. Anyway, that's that. I only bought it because it was cute, and I got it for £2.10 on one of the NVCF deals. Oh, more interesting, right? Loads of interesting stuff here tonight. And there's interesting stuff all around me, which I just forget. And of course, this is. Oh, where's the camera gone? Gone off looking for me. Oh. Of course, here's something that's of no interest at all. Small Casio Pocket TV, which, by the way, would probably have batteries in it. Yes. Will it come on? I think I was turn this on a wire. Oh yeah, there it is. It will come on. It's on. 1.5-inch TV versus 26-inch TV. My RF generator is the Avo one with the bits inside the tin can with the lid. Yeah. Pocket TVs are fine for setting up CCTV up a ladder. They do have their uses alright with the video input. No, I was going to show you this anyway. Ural, right? This has to be quite rare, especially as it's in the box, right? So what's inside the box when we open it up? I've probably showed this before, but anyway. Radio receiver with instructions. With mains charger for charging up your NiCad batteries. Little leather holder. I've never tried to get this going, and to be quite honest, I've no interest in getting it going. But just as a curio, it is quite interesting. It is one of the little keychain radios. Isn't that cute? And you put your rechargeable batteries in here, and you slot them in there. And being Russian, it probably worked quite well. Yeah, quite like that. And the fact that it's in its little box as well. I would imagine that's rather rare to have the box and the if you did, I don't remember. It's there a couple of years now, but yeah, so I thought I made a little video about it at the time. Anyway, that's that. Put him away, and we'll show him again in another 10 years when everyone's forgotten him again. I bought a Sinclair micro radio a few weeks ago. Oh. I remember the nasty. Oh, Phillips with our Charlie deck. Yeah. Exactly. Get a video made, Michael. Right, I think that's all the interesting stuff I have to show you now. Except for this pirate radio transmitter for shortwave that I got out from one time. What was that? I can't remember. Never got it on air though. Never got around to it. No suitable crystal, that's what the problem was. What else have we got? Right, let's see if we can find something else of interest. We'll go into the dungeon, right? Oh yeah, interesting things. One for way down the road when time allows. And it's one of these things, I don't know if we should have bought or not. Well, the answer is no, John Joe, you should not have bought. Because you have enough crap without buying crap. People give you crap, you don't have to buy crap. However, here's some crap. There's the camera gone to the moon again. Woo! What is this? Only paid £3 for a good man, Michael. I believe they can command some money. This is a Taylor TV waveform and alignment generator, which is a bit sad, but has most of the expensive valves still intact. In fact, it's only missing one ECC83, and we've quite a few of them floating around here anyway. So it's supposed to do white raster, black raster, cross grade, horizontal bars, vertical bars, so on and forth. So it'll be interesting to see what it does or does not do when I get it going. It's going to need a lot of work though. It's going to need a lot of work. Loads of the knobs missing, but I don't. Cosmetics don't really bother me all that much. We'll just stick a few. We have a few nice knobs here. We'll stick on it. But yeah, that should be an interesting project on. So we'll have a go at him at some stage. Yeah. So I might give it to Michael if we can't be arsed. Time will tell. On to the next thing. What else have we got? There's nothing here that you haven't seen before, I don't think. Except for a rather large collection of Christmas lights. But we'll wait for Christmas till we get into all that. Oh, here's something we can have a quick squint at. You will like this, I should hope. A bit of Irish IC manufacturing history here. Now, sadly, it's got a tiny little chip out of the corner, but we wouldn't mind that too much. Here we have a selection of ICs from a crowd called Mostech in resin to announce their official or to mark the official opening of their factory in Ireland on the 19th of May 1980. Now, wasn't that nice? Let's see how close we can get. Well, if we can see me face, it'll let me go up close. There's probably people out there that love to dig them ICs out. Chip out of the corner. There is a chip out of the corner. Yes, but chip out of the corner. See that? That is a nice thing to have, isn't it? Now, Mostech, I believe, didn't last much longer than after they opened that factory in Ireland. I think Intel bought them out. But I'm not sure, I can't be 100% sure. The date code and all the chips is week 18, 1980. So, and there's actually, we can't see with this camera. So you've got the chips, right? And then here we've actually got the wafers. There's two wafers. A wafer there. There's a wafer there. Which is quite nice. What is in Commodore? I don't know anything about computers, so I could not comment. But if I give you the number off this CPU, well, it says Z80 CPU, so that's a Commodore, isn't it? What does the other chip say on it? It says MK14004. I'm sure that'll mean something to you computer dudes. Anyway, yeah, I thought that was quite nice. You can actually see the wafers. Now, I worked in Intel for a while. In the fab. Down there for about 6 months. I didn't like it. Well, it's not that I didn't like working for them. It was too far away. It ended up taking me about an hour and a half to get home most evenings. So that was just... It was too much. There were 12-hour shifts. So we got something a bit closer to home. And then we had a baby on the way and stuff. But anyway, I remember we used to be able to see the wafers, scrap wafers, and you could look at them, you know, and you couldn't make out anything. So you know, just looking at this wafer, you can actually, even just in the light there, you can see some of the lines and stuff, and tracks and vias and whatnot. If you shine the light out a certain way, whereas on the wafers to have now, you can't see anything. It's like looking at a CD. So yeah, an interesting item. '19th of May, 1980. So how long ago was that? That's 44 44 years ago. Just over 44 years ago. Hard to believe. That's a nice thing. I wonder how many of them are still kicking around. And the money that's real at. How much would it have cost them to put these lovely ICs into this bit of resin? These processing chips probably weren't all that cheap, were they? I don't know. Sure, you would be able to tell me. I wonder how many of these are knocked out. Anyway, this came out of a house belonging to the man who sadly passed away, who was the chief engineer with Thorn in Ireland for many, many years. So he obviously got a freebie out of them when they opened up. Probably factory rejects. There might be. I was just thinking that. I thought that too, but you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Z80 CPU is hanging hard. I wonder if someone cut that open. Anyway, it'd be a shame to do that. Especially if you found out it was a factory reject after going to the effort. I don't know what that was. Radio was on really loud. Thought I could hear voices already. Nah, it's a historical snapshot. Exactly. Yeah. Now, an interesting bit of kit to have. So that's it. What else have I got to show you? Nothing. I can't think of anything else to talk about either. So I might just go in and go to bed. I'm absolutely wrecked. All I've got an early start in the morning. Be up by at least 10 o'clock. So I might call it a night, lads and lassies. But hoping, coming into the dark evenings now, we're not drinking at all tonight. Well, we had a cup of tea. And that was about all. So no alcoholic beverages were had tonight. But yeah. Noel Conway's coming in just at the wrong time, I'm afraid. I'm going to pull the plug before I fall asleep here. I was glad I was able to share some of the interesting things I have gotten. And I have some more interesting things I can show you next week, but they're not here in the shed. We might try and do a live stream for somewhere else next week, if it works out. Time, lads, time. But you understand, I know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all are keeping well out there. And don't work too hard. Enjoy your projects. And be kind to one another. Not Jerry Springer used to say at the end of the program. And yeah, hopefully they'll bring back Jeremy Kyle. Dolce Gusto coffee meeting. Not all it's cracked up to be. Oh no. Ian Deacon, thank you. So thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been interesting. 28 thumbs up with 20 viewers. So I wonder how many viewers we had all together. Maybe 50. People come in, people go out. Anyway, good night, everyone. Thank you very much. And I will mention those in the chat now. So if we miss anyone, we'll know. Cody's, Noel Conway, Dom Ahern, Ian Deacon, James Simpson, Kevy Wevy Woo, Kevy Bay, I'm sure will pop up there too, the two Kevs, Michael Dranfield, Richard 100, Roundy Mooney, the man with the blue spanner and white sapphire. It's been a pleasure to have your company here in this little shed tonight, and we'll catch you in the next one. Okay, good luck and take care. Jerry K just popped in there. Good night, Jerry K. Good luck. Bye bye.